Welcome to another edition of Devlog where we showcase changes in our game, Pumpkin Reaper, and all the improvements we're gonna make. So for today's video, we are focusing on creating some UI for the game. So it's one of those dreaded things that each indie dev always postponed to do, and we're gonna work on that today. And for today, I call it the Hall of Horrors. Basically, we're gonna show who the unlockable characters are in our game and what they can do. So let's jump right in. We're gonna start with this template that I found. So if anyone is interested, I'll put the link down below. Essentially, there is a lot of boilerplates that are ready out of the box, and we're just gonna customize it. So there's a couple of UI that you can use from this template. I'm just trying to figure out which one would best work. And for me, it looks like this one. I really like the comic style theme of the Voronoi, as they put it, but it doesn't, like, color wise, it doesn't look as good for the aesthetic of the game. I'll probably add another one later on. And this is the state of the homepage right now. Like right off the bat, I changed the tint of the template, the selector, so to speak. So allowing me to change the tint allows me to change the overall color of the whole UI. And I'm still not sure whether to go with green or purple at this point. And the idea is that each cell would contain a monster, and then it'll have some description, and the unlockables will be there, so it'll show you who the future characters are. So I quickly hard coded some of the portraits here. So there's 3 characters that is unlockable in the demo. Then I tweaked the UI a bit so they're properly spaced out. I also added some descriptions on the upper left, so they'll be the 3 of them will be named Jack the Reaper, the Count, and the Forest Witch. They will have different dedicated abilities, and at this point I'm preparing just the localization, so I'm able to translate it in different languages later on, just manually adding some of the keys. So that's done. If anyone's unsure how, when you change the canvas scaler, it allows you to cater for different sizes of screen. So essentially you put a target dimension in your canvas scaler. That way, even if the screen size changes, like imagine different laptop sizes, PC sizes, it's able to scale properly the way you intended to. So as you can see, the screen here is more suited with a 1920 by 1080. So that was just what I was configuring here. And I apologize if this is a bit slow, or I'm still trying to practice creating devlogs and what actually to talk about. Let me know, is there anything you're interested in with regards to what devlogs should be. Like usually when I do watch devlogs myself, it's more I'm trying to figure out a very specific feature that I would build, but I'm also curious, like what other people are interested in watching when they do watch their devlog. So do let me know, and I'll try to incorporate it as I build parts of the game. At this point, I'm just trying to connect the dots here. So I have the page relatively well now. The size is, then the dimension is correct, so I have to connect it to the home page and be able to go back and forth. Usually I just create a button and then a script attached to it, that way I can go back and forth. So there's a scene manager here, and then once I do click it, it can change to whatever scene I want it to be. So it's just a text that acts as a button and then a script attached to it to actually go back and forth to different scenes. pretty straightforward stuff here. Just attaching it on click of the button. And yeah, I think that's something to note is that if you do see this error, you need to make sure that when you're creating a new scene, you have to add it as part of your build list. So don't forget to do that. So in order to actually add a new scene as part of your build, you have to have the scene open. Go to build profiles, open scene list, and then click add open scene. That way you don't have that error. So currently by default you have to, and do let me know if this is incorrect, but as far as I know you do need to add that manually. And yeah, that should be good to go. I can go back and forth between scenes and then go start the game. One thing to do note is when, and this is something I learned from web development, it's a good idea to have a build number as part of your game. That way when people do say play your game or some people stream your game, you're able to identify which version of the game they're playing just from the home screen. So for me, I have this script that allows me to have like semantic versioning, so I can update the major, minor, and bug fixes version, and it'll just update it. That way it's easy for me to debug it later on down the road. Just a pro tip. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Very nice and easy, and thank you for watching.